Hey guys, my name is Marco, and for this week's discussion, we're talking about the infrastructure of the POS information system. And I guess our direction is propose potential structure improvements by listing components that are not necessary for the system, components that could be added or removed um, between the remaining components. So I'm looking at the infrastructure that is in place right now. We have location A and location B. Location A has, as it's set up right now, it has two POS clients, a network switch from what I'm looking at, a network printer, and a server that's connected to the network switch, which is where the switch is connected to a VPN router and a DSL modem and out to the internet. And then location B consists of two POS systems, and that's connected to a switch where a network printer is connected to, and then from the switch it's connected to a VPN router, and a DSL modem, and then out to the internet service. Technically, looking at this infrastructure will work. There may be some little hiccups as far as latency goes in location B, because the POS units that are in location B need to reach the server where it houses all the information and records all that data. It has to go out through the switch out to the internet using a VPN tunnel or a secure tunnel, that making sure all the data is encrypted to that server. So it's going through the switch, through a VPN network, out to the internet, going to the location A, going down the router and the switch, and then hitting the server itself. So I mean, technically this will work. The only problem is that location B is going to have a slower processing time because it has to travel a little bit farther. So that makes it a slower latency, and it could cause issues in regards to timeout errors, network timeout errors. And nobody wants to do that. You know, it could be an example of somebody processing a payment, and you're just waiting and waiting and waiting for the transaction to say approved. That's not necessarily the case. What we can add to help this situation, like I said, this situation or the infrastructure that's set up right now, it can work. From looking at it, it can work. But what we could add is we could add possibly a secondary server in location B, along with, of course, a backup, and that will help speed up a little things in location B and A. So then technically you'll have two different servers running that same system and running the POS system. So that will be a lot faster because it's not traveling out to the internet. It's all local intranet, so everything will be kind of communicating fast. You know, the network printers talking fast too. Another idea that we can add to is, instead of a physical server, maybe we could use a cloud-based server that's from the internet itself. It's pretty much the same setup, except that the servers are ran through like Amazon Web Services or any other third-party vendor. But that would require some encryption to keep the data that's being passed through safe. But other than that, those are some of the options that this client who's building this infrastructure can do to improve this setup. What do you all think? I mean, what questions or concerns do you have for me? But this is just my input. I have some experience with network infrastructure, so and server infrastructure, so I kind of seen this a little bit here and there from where I work at. So, but let me know what you all think. Thank you, guys.